Fellow diasporans, this is a special appeal I wish to make to you, all the diaspora in Europe, in America, in Canada, in Asia, in Africa, in the Middle East, all the Kenyan diaspora all over the world. Is a special appeal I would like to make to you to support me to contest the election, the presidential elections that are coming in 2022, to support all my candidates standing for women rep, Senate, members of National Assembly, the governors, and all elective positions, so that we sweep the election by more than 80%. I've already prepared a 4,000-page document that guarantees us a victory never seen before. Your support also will be an answer to the prayers that you have made for so many years, seeking for a way in which your own government and your own president can support you. I'm coming as a president whose ears are wide open, and not just ears are wide open to listen to you, but to answer or respond to the needs that we face. I've been a diaspora myself for several years in Europe and in North America. I'm in Canada at this time, and I know, having lived first experience, the problems that confront us. And at no time have we seen the authorities and the leadership coming to respond to those problems. Be it issues when students fall out of status, when, for example, we are arrested for lack of papers, or when we don't even have the papers, separation between families, wife and husband, mother and children, father and children, they're in Kenya and you are in America, or in Germany or France or Netherlands, anywhere in Europe. And you are separated for so many years. The last time you saw your child was maybe when he or she was a toddler. Now he's a teenager, or even at the age of marrying, 20 years, 15 years, 10 years down the line. You have never seen your children. You parted, and you expected you will meet them a few months down the line. Months turned into years. Years, 1 year turned into 3 years. 3 years turned into 5 years. 5 years turned into 15 years, 20 years. You have never seen your children. Your children have never seen their mom or their dad. You have never seen your husband or your wife. Dr. Joseph Mburu, as your president, will end this kind of trauma we go through. I've seen many diaspora becoming depressed, because you see, sometimes we thought it is all glamorous life in America, in Australia, in France, and everywhere else, in UK. But when this separation starts sinking in, that you will not see your children, even when you have a lot of hope that you will see them in a short period of time, the system in these countries to allow for that reunification sometimes can be tedious. So, ladies and gentlemen, my presidency is coming to end that. And I want to guarantee you that those who have lived in this separation, and I lived through that separation myself, separated from my children, they were in Kenya, I was in England. Separated from my wife, she was in England, I was Canada. And then back to England, and she was in Canada. It's not easy. I've lived it. I had nightmares. I could not sleep. I would wake up, the whole body sweating, because I would have these weird dreams about my children. How are they faring? How does my son look like? How do my two daughters now look like? It is 2 years since I last saw them. I don't want to dwell this because it pains my heart. And I know it pains all your hearts. And that's why I've taken upon myself, as your President of the Republic, I will be able to address this problem once and for all. That your problems that you face when you're investing in Kenya, you make night calls, you scream on the phone because you are not getting a title deed, you are not getting this or that. As we speak today, there is a document I've been chasing in Kenya since September 2019. And calculate how long is that. This is March 2021. Almost 1 year and a half. The department can't process this document. I'm sending money every year. As we send, we are sending 311 billion Kenya shillings every year. And yet when you need a service in Kenya, you are not able to get it. It's now 1.5 years since I applied for this document, and I'm simply taken in circles. The team in Kenya is being taken in circles. That's not a responsive government. That's not a responsible government either. And these are the things, my fellow diasporans, I am coming to end, because I've lived through that. And I know what you are going through. And that's why I've made it a decision in my presidential accomplishments when we win the election in 2022. Majority of you who are separated from your families, you will be reunited. I've developed 4 ways that I will use. Now don't worry. When I give you a call, or when you call and we want certain details, let me know. Every case will be dealt by different mechanisms. I do not want to dwell which mechanism are these. Some will be diplomatic. Some will be legal. It is a number of ways that I have devised to end the sufferings of the diaspora. We try to invest in Kenya, buying land, buying property, buying a plot, building a plot, running a farm project, or a transport sector, a sort of company. Things don't work. We lose millions. Fellow diasporans, I'm coming to address that. If you have lived in diaspora for 20 years now, let me disclose to you, you should be having 200 million Kenya shillings or more in your bank account. Number 2, you'll be having property worth more than 500 million Kenya shillings, if not 1 billion. If you have lived in diaspora for 20 years, you have been working and you have been trying to invest in Kenya. That is what you are worth. But how many of us have that? We have lost more money than the money that has gone in the investment. Because we don't have any support. There is no institution that protects us. The institution, so the legal institution, for example, is the same, that wants to serve you when you are in America, and the Kenyan law or the Kenyan judiciary want to serve you the same way as it is serving other Kenyans. It can't work. If you have a problem in Kenya and you are in the US or Canada, there should be a system that allows you to pursue the case in the judicial system in Kenya, so while you are in Britain, in America, and other places. But we don't have anything like that. As I said, we invest 311 billion in Kenya every year. We don't have any institution that serves our interests, our purposes, and our concerns. None. Don't tell me about foreign affairs or the embassies. Those provide basic needs. We are beyond the basic needs of renewing a passport, of renewing an ID card, or huduma numbers and all that. We are beyond that as diaspora. We have higher goals, and those higher goals should be met because that's where we are. So there is no institution. The Ministry of Agriculture, or rather tea sector, has Ministry of Agriculture, Kenya Tea Board, and many others. But diaspora have none. The tourism has several organizations. Diaspora have none. Fellow diasporans. Yet we are the biggest contributor of foreign exchange in Kenya than tourism, than coffee, than tea, or even cut flowers. But we have nothing that protects or pushes for our interest. I'm coming to establish this infrastructure that will make you the wealthiest people that Kenya has ever seen. My name's Professor Joseph Mburu, and I pray and request for your support. I request that you assist me with whatever you can, whether it is $10 or $20, I will appreciate with all my heart. I request you send your support to my GoFundMe platform at the GoFundMe website, and then type "Make Dr. Joseph Mburu President of Kenya 2022" and donate there. I will appreciate with all my heart. You can also donate through my M-Pesa, Presidential Victory Fund M-Pesa, Joseph Mburu. M-Pesa line, ladies and gentlemen, that will appear in the screen later on. Support me and help me. If we come together, 20 of us, we in diaspora, just 20 of us, and we donate $1,000, my campaign is 100% funded. I don't have to struggle anymore. Just 20,000 of us in diaspora donating 1,000. I've spent thousands, more than 20,000 right now. Me alone, I've sacrificed that. If we can sacrifice just $1,000, then, ladies and gentlemen, it will be a big relief from my part. I spend almost hundreds of thousands of dollars in 2017 for the love of Kenya, because I hate this idea of just talking about how Kenya is not doing very well, how there is poor governance, that there is no good leaders. I'm here as one of the best leaders you can support, and I will transform Kenya, as I will explain down the line. So I dislike this idea when we are having Jamhuri Day celebration or Madaraka Day, or we are having barbecue and all that, and people are gathering and saying, "Oh Kenya, corruption, oh Kenya, all this." Well, I am taking an action. I'm taking a step to stand for president. I can end up that nonsense that goes on in Kenya, where we send money to subsidize corruption. Just $1,000 for your sacrifice, we will win the election if you support me. If I give Kenyans the information in the 4,000 documents, Kenyans are wise. They will say, that is the guy we want. And the diaspora on your part, the 1,000 you donate, you will get that money within months. You'll get that money back within months. Fellow diaspora, support me and take my agenda forward. Thank you.